Raise here with another Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order achievement guide. We'll be going for achievement called Lookout Below. We send 25 enemies over the edge. Now there's a couple different ways to do this. You could start off first by doing the Evasive Kick and kicking them off the edge. And I'm on Dathomir, which is probably one of the first areas in the game where it's got some cliffs and ledges to be able to get some of this progress. If you're worried about trying to get the achievement, you could sit here and try to knock off as many guys as you can off the ledge. Can be a bit tricky and annoying, so just keep that in mind, that this area and this method isn't 100% how you gonna call it, to be able to do it as fast. But there's your basic kick if you want it. That way you can do it this way. Like I said, this way of doing this isn't as easy or as fast as if you were to do it with the other methods I'm going to show you, but it's an option nonetheless if you're aware of it, and if you are near a ledge and you don't want to be able to use your force push or pull ways. That way you can also just kick them off the ledge. So like I said, just one way to do it. I tried out for a little bit, and I wasn't going to go hard on trying to get the achievement like this, but like I said, it is a way to do it if you are looking for it that way. Later on in the game, you will be getting your force push, so that is going to be the way you're going to want to really do this achievement. You also have an empowered push, so make sure you check that out. It's called mass push, so it's basically just an empowered push so that we have it a little bit stronger. So you're going to want to use that as well to get this achievement a little bit quicker. Definitely helps out. That way the range that you can send them flying back is a lot greater than if it was before. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show you where I'm at. I'm on Zeffo. Story progression, I just went down through the catacombs. I came up from the catacombs. This is where you're going to get your force push. It's story related, so you'll be able to get that down there. And before I left, this is what I was doing. It's just some areas along the way back to the ship that I was exploring. So you're going to want to find some weak enemies that you can push off the ledge. Bigger enemies aren't really a thing to push off the ledge that I've seen. I've tried even weaken them, try to shove them off the ledge. Didn't work, so just try it with the smaller enemies like these little rodents on here. If you can see where I'm at, hopefully you've explored this area and kind of a clue where I'm at. So just gonna come down here and shove these off the edge. Like I mentioned other guides before as well, I'm not sure if being able to kill the same set of enemies while farming them is gonna count towards the achievement. I've tried it in numerous ways, and I've spent countless hours farming for different things, and I've never gotten nothing to pop. So if it worked for you, I hope it did. But let me know if it does or does not, because I'm curious to know as to, well, if it does or not count. So I'm just going to show you a few different areas to be able to get some good jump start on your achievement. Basically, this whole entire area down here has got some good amount of enemies. These little small rodents are pretty easy to shove off the ledge, so you can just go ahead and force them off the ledge and get some easy progress. As well as there are some stormtroopers around the other side over here. I'm going to go show you in a minute. Like I said, it's not going to be too hard once you get the force push, especially if you get the greater push, the stronger one, to be able to shove things off the ledge. Just make sure that whenever you see enemies throughout the game and your ledges, that you try to kind of work them towards the ledge and then shove them off. You should get this pretty quick, considering it's only 25 and some of them are like 50 enemies, 100 enemies. This one's pretty short and easy, pretty doable if you're asking me. As long as you find all the weaker enemies, like these guys that you can push back at great distances, you can send them flying off a ledge pretty quick. So just keep that in mind, and within no time you should get your achievement. I'm going to show you a couple more other areas in this game, and that's about it for this achievement guide. Just make sure, like I said, remain diligent enough to, where you're around cliff areas, to just try to get as many as you can. And if you don't think the stacking will count, you can always refresh the enemies, and if you can keep track of who you did or did not get off the ledge, try to get the others off. I tried to get all these guys off the ledge here, and it didn't really work out so well. The guy with the rocket was just really distracting me and really just knocking me all over the place, and I couldn't get behind him. I'm trying to lure them to the edge here to shove them, but it didn't work out as well as I was hoping. So like I said, just hopefully you have better luck than I do in some of these areas, and just make sure you just hopefully can lure them to the edge a little bit to shove them off and get more here than I thought. This is a good area. I mean, there was like 5 enemies here, so this is a good spot to get a bunch of enemies if you can. Just make sure that your force bar is up, obviously, before you try to push them off the ledge, because you need a little bit of energy to be able to do that. So I got one more area here, and that should do it, and I hope this helped you out. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll have more Star Wars achievement guides for you soon. And this is another good area, by the way, by this cliffside, so make sure you check out this cliffside as well on a side note.